Coming up on Chapman News, stinky situation. We'll tell you why an Orange County school filed a lawsuit against a local trash company.
Plus, unwelcome guests. Members of the notorious Westboro Baptist Church invade Orange County. We'll tell you what brought them to Anaheim High School.
Trying to build trust, teaching problem-solving skills, giving access to government, doing things that elevate the stature of communities so that communities feel like they are invested, like they participate, like they do have a voice.
Reporter Megan Shin takes us inside the local effort to counter violent extremism.
And coming up, we had a superstar concert featuring singer Keena Grannis right here on campus last weekend. Word is she's a Chapman News groupie.
Hey, this is Keena Grannis, and you're watching Chapman News.
Hello and good afternoon, Orange County. I'm Renee Willis.
And I'm Dan Steele. Here is today's news. Ocean View School District is suing a Huntington Beach public dump, claiming the open waste site is hazardous for their faculty and students. Located directly across from Oakview Elementary, Rainbow Environmental Service 17-acre campus accepts 4,000 tons of waste every day. The president of Oakview School District claims the dump is completely open to the air, going against current California law.
Our janitor wears a respirator every day at work because he cannot tolerate the stench and the concrete dust and everything that's flying around when he has to clean up. And this is something that our children suffer in. What we want is we want for them to do the right thing and enclose the dump.
The raw waste attracts seagulls, rats, pigeons, and other vermin to campus that could carry potential diseases. This stinky situation is scheduled for a jury trial early October.
Anaheim High School was on high security this week due to protests that came from the Midwest. Reporter Monica Petrozelli explains what brought members of the Westboro Church to Orange County.
Hundreds of protesters rallied outside of Anaheim High School Monday morning against the Westboro Baptist Church, which is known for its anti-gay beliefs and hate speech. When Westboro announced they would be picketing here on their website, the Anaheim community came together to protest right back at them.
We're not here for them. We're not here to give them any glory or any recognition. We're here for the kids. We're here for those kids that are out or those kids that are still in the closet, those kids who don't have parental support.
In a press release regarding why they would be picketing outside the school, Westboro states, "The generation in this nation that has reached high school age is one utterly without hope, illiterate in anything that matters, especially the Bible, irreverent, immodest, and irrevocably doomed." But the church members were outnumbered at the rally and were shortly chased away. After the protests at Anaheim High School, members of the Westboro Baptist Church came here to the Christ Cathedral to picket the funeral of Reverend Robert Schuller, who is known for his acceptance of all people in his church. Counter-protesters followed and again chased Westboro off the site. In Garden Grove, I'm Monica Petrozelli for Chapman News.
Orange County Human Relations will be offering free counseling for any students upset by the protesters.
Huntington Beach City Council members repealed a plastic bag ban Monday. A 6-1 vote overturned the 2-year-old ban, which aimed at cleaning up the local environment. Roma Daravi reports.
Well, I'm pretty upset because I think there's way too much pollution as it is.
Some Huntington Beach residents have become annoyed with the constant garbage in their oceans.
And I also fish the area, and you get tired of catching plastic bags.
If customers did not bring their own reusable bags, then grocery stores were ordered to charge 10 cents per paper bag and completely stopped the use of plastic bags.
I haven't caught a plastic bag for a year. It's been great. You know, the beaches are a lot cleaner. There's a lot less plastic bags, but still you have the people coming into town. But most of the people in town, I mean, we're used to bringing bags to stores now, and it's not a big deal.
The repeal is scheduled for a second reading within the next 30 days before it can officially be implemented into action.
Huntington Council vote could be moot. There's a likely November 2016 ballot initiative for a statewide ban on plastic bags.
LA is one of the 3 pilot cities for the Countering Violent Extremists initiative. The idea behind it is to help identify those being radicalized by terrorist groups like ISIS. Reporter Megan Shin has more.
I'm a Muslim and I'm at war with ISIS.
Anila Ali is not the only one with this opinion. David Bowdish, assistant director of the FBI in Los Angeles, agrees.
They understand Western culture, and they use that to their benefit.
Many of the cases he sees are ISIS-related.
The FBI is charged with being the lead agency on prevention of terrorism. We work with our partners, state, local, federal, and it's worked through the Joint Terrorism Task Force.
This is the Joint Operations Center inside the FBI Los Angeles headquarters, where in the case of a terrorist threat, multiple agencies would come together to investigate, coordinate, and take action to protect everyone in the community.
In March, a 21-year-old was indicted for trying to support ISIS, with plans to fly from John Wayne Airport to Syria. Government officials say that the best solution to preventing violent extremism, though, is by starting at home.
It has to be through the community.
That is the idea behind the pilot program of countering violent extremism. Community meetings and seminars have taken place to open discussion about addressing the issue. Ali is one of the many who attended the White House Summit on countering violent extremism.
They have hijacked my religion and they are using Islamic verses out of context and they are luring the young people.
Chapman professor Ahmed Yunus says it's a group effort to identify extremists.
In government, in nonprofits, in all of these things, and all of this.
Supporters of the CVE initiative hope it will combat ISIS recruitment efforts and keep our country safe.
ISIS is very resolute in their intent to attack Western interests, and the U.S. is at the top of the list.
From Orange County, I'm Megan Shin, Chapman News.
There will be an event this Sunday held by Anila Ali as a part of her Countering Violent Extremism initiative and Women's Empowerment Conference at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel.
A bill has finally passed through the California Senate Education Committee 7-2, which would require all children to have updated vaccinations in order to be enrolled in school. This is a major issue after the measles outbreak that began in Disneyland and spread throughout the state. The purpose of this bill is to keep children healthy from preventable diseases. Children can attend school unvaccinated if they have a waiver for a medical condition, but if not, they have the option for homeschooling or independent study.
The UC Irvine Institute for Memory Impairments and Neurological Disorders is able to continue research for Alzheimer's disease, thanks to an $11 million grant received last week. The grant permits the Alzheimer's Disease Research Center, or ADRC, to follow 3 groups of people likely to contract the disease over time. It also funds 3 unique projects led by UCI faculty to better understand the mechanisms of Alzheimer's. The benefits of the ARDC's research are felt throughout Orange County.
While the ADRC offers a resource with expert clinicians and scientists, it also is, I hope, a jewel of the community, and it needs the help of the community. And we need more people to participate in research.
Clinical trials are essential to the ongoing neurological research at UCI.
Things are going south fast for the Southwest Airline Company after a lawsuit was filed against them on Monday. Richard Anthony, an executive producer on CNBC's Futures Now, was flying from Oakland to Orange County back in September when he died from a pulmonary embolism. Anthony was heard screaming in pain from the plane's bathroom. Attempts from flight attendants to open the bathroom door were unsuccessful. Anthony's family claims Southwest employees treated him as a threat instead of a passenger in need of medical attention. Responded to the suit, saying they are not responsible for Richard's death.
Today we are excited to bring in someone who you could say is quite famous in her own right.
We have Chrissy Vetter in the studio. She's not only a Chapman student, but she's also a famous YouTube blogger whose makeup and lifestyle videos have made it big online. Thank you for joining us, Chrissy.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel and how you started it.
Okay, so I started out back in 2010, which is crazy to think about now. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos that were like makeup and beauty related, and then all of a sudden I was like, why don't I just do this myself? Because all you need is a camera and access to the internet. So I started making YouTube videos, And I never thought that I would really gain a following of any sort or it would turn into anything. But I just kind of kept up with it, and it was really fun. And I still do them today, not as often, and it's not as beauty related. It's kind of more lifestyle and college focused, so it's, you know, more catered to how my life is now. But it's a great experience, and I'm really glad that I was involved in it.
Do you have like a little story of how you got into it, like your biggest inspiration as to why you made these videos? Or?
Nothing in particular stands out. I just watched a ton of them, and they were so addicting. So I just wanted to try it for myself, and it was awful at the beginning, so embarrassing. But looking back, it's really funny to watch the early ones.
So you're also a student here at Chapman. How is it like balancing being a student and like your channel?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult as a full-time college student to find time, because in order to get out of YouTube what you really want, you need to put in the time and the effort. It's like its own job, really. So I need to set aside time as if it is a part-time job in order to, you know, make the good videos that I want to make and have time to edit them so they're presentable and look nice, and, you know, put in the effort that needs to be put into the YouTube channel. So it's definitely been a struggle adjusting as a college student, but it's definitely worthwhile to balance both of them.
Now, I know you didn't do any homework or work on your video blog this last weekend. You were at Coachella.
Yes, I was.
At Coachella, did anyone approach you, knowing you?
Yeah, I met a few people. It was so funny when you're just, I don't know, like listening to music at a music festival and someone's like, hey, I know you from the internet. And it's crazy because there's 80,000 plus people at Coachella. But yeah, I met a few people that are super sweet, and everyone there is just, they're having fun. So everyone who approached me was just super cool and really nice to meet.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Christy Vetter, everyone, here at Chapman News.
Thank you again, Christy. Coming up, the Newport Beach Film Festival is in full swing. We have a live report.
And kids learn tricks and tips to become more environmentally conscious. Good job, thank you.
It was sprinkling when I came into the studio today. Looks like we may not be done with those April showers yet. I'll have that coming up with their 5-day forecast.
Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. History, philosophy, peace studies, languages. Study abroad and explore the world. Become a global citizen. The Wilkinson College at Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead.
Carmageddon may return to the county's busiest freeway as plans to add an additional 4 lanes to the 405 freeway are underway. Caltrans officials overrode the recommendation of OCTA, voting to add 1 general-purpose lane and an express lane in each direction instead of 1 general-purpose lane. This plan allows new reports which claim the last expansion to the 405 hasn't really cut down on traffic, despite it taking 5 years and $1.1 billion to build. The latest expansion project is currently budgeted at over $1.3 billion and is intended to deal with the increasing number of drivers and commuters.
With the end of the year approaching, many seniors fear leaving college and entering the working world. Lucky for them, they might not need to worry too much. Due to the recent improvement in the job market, the pros at Chapman's Career and Development Center predict greater success for this year's graduating class. One of the most important things they advise is learning how to properly market yourself to get the job you want.
The biggest thing that employers are looking for above and beyond technically being qualified is all those soft skills, like leadership skills, teamwork that you have evidence of, communication skills, interpersonal skills, because a lot of times in the interview it comes down to who seems like a genuine person who would be a good fit with the company.
Seniors should feel confident. Job listings are nationally are at a very high with 14 years. Chaptowners, be prepared to get your resume done at the Career Development Center located at the Arduous Forum.
It's been a lukewarm start for the Angels this year, who beat the Oakland Athletics yesterday afternoon by a score of 2-0. And while Mike Trout is patrolling center field, there's a new line of defense patrolling Angel Stadium.
With baseball season underway, the loss of Howie Kendrick isn't the only new thing in Anaheim. Fans now have to pass through metal detectors before entering Angel Stadium, a change that not all Halo faithful are happy with.
Angel Stadium has always felt a little more homey. We've been to Dodger Stadium a lot, and, you know, we're kind of used to them there, but Angel Stadium kind of felt a little more like kid-friendly and stuff like that, and the metal detectors kind of, I don't know, to me they say, like, we're watching out for you now.
But that's exactly what the Angels say they are doing, looking out for the fans.
Sort of a part of this day and age where we want to make sure that people that are coming to our ballpark, that are watching our team in our venue, are the safest they can possibly be, and that was thought of as sort of the next step of making that the case.
The process is simple. You just take your wallet and phone, place it in one of these bins, step through. These detectors are much less invasive than those at the airport. You don't even have to take off your belt or your shoes, since these ones are only looking to find dangerous objects or weapons.
While they may take some time to get used to, fans are already warming up to them.
Like, the guys seemed real nice, and it seemed real easy, and they didn't really hassle you at all.
For Chapman News, I'm Gardner Royce.
Social media fans, take note. The Angels have stated that selfie sticks are considered weapons and are in fact not allowed in the stadium.
Angel Stadium is receiving backlash from the community after telling their ticket vendors to continue accepting tickets during the national anthem. Some in the community are calling it unpatriotic. Deborah Kendrick reports.
The national pastime, America's anthem. Nothing has separated fans from singing the Star-Spangled Banner. What's always been a ritual, standing and removing their cap for Old Glory, might not be for long, at least for some. Angel Stadium was under fire after telling employees, specifically ticket takers, to continue taking tickets during the anthem, which would keep the crowd moving. And as you can imagine, this didn't go so well. Former Yankee World Series legend and former Angel himself, Jim Leyritz, weighs in.
Well, I mean, when the national anthem starts, you're supposed to stop. And it's supposed to be that minute and a half, 2 minutes that you give, your time to honor those who are overseas that are protecting us. So yeah, I think that would be something that if the stadiums would, on a whole, say, okay, you know what, this is what we're going to do no matter what. When the anthem starts, everything shuts down.
The Service Employees International Union, which represents the workers, are upset, and the workers ultimately want to still uphold the tradition.
Now, I spoke with an Angels representative who didn't really want to comment on camera about the issue any longer, but did tell me that the Angels Stadium has not changed anything and will not change anything, and that this issue has just gotten way out of hand.
The Angels have agreed to a temporary compromise, allowing ticket takers to stop during the anthem while the team explores other options. In Anaheim, I'm Deborah Kendrick with Chapman News.
We want to pay our respects to a Dodge College TV pioneer. Laurelyn Featheroff would have been 49 later this spring. She was by many accounts the first broadcast journalism student at this college. Laurelyn graduated in 1988.
Laurelyn passed away last year at 47. She died after fighting a long illness.
But Laurelyn sure made her time here count, forging a stellar career as a field producer at all but one of the LA Network affiliates. She produced for network shows like Survivor and also served on the board of her local union.
Moments from now, President Jim Doty will induct Laurelyn into the Charles Chapman Heritage Society, which recognizes alumni who support Chapman long after they graduate. Beyond generosity, Laurelyn and her parents simply loved being back on campus. They are reputed to have never missed a holiday wassail celebration.
To Donald and Marilyn Featheroff, Laurelyn's parents, on behalf of everyone in our newsroom.
With heavy hearts, we thank you and your daughter. The Newport Beach Film Festival kicked off yesterday, and one of the movies headlining the event was AC Project, produced by and his friends.
Laura Nowicki is joining us live from Newport Beach with the story. Lauren?
Hi, I'm at the Newport Beach Film Festival with Ryan Weckerman, who was a co-producer for the AC Project. So Ryan, tell me about getting into the festival.
Yes, so a couple of years ago, I met a lady randomly at the gym,
who kind of started mentoring me through the whole writing process. Well, she is a judge for the festival, and so we finished it, and she encouraged us to submit it. We were a little surprised that they let us in, but it's actually really cool that they're letting a faith-based documentary into the thing, so it's great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about your movie and about what your role was with the movie.
Yeah, so me and 3 of my buddies after college, we decided to head out on a year-long mission trip. So we went to 8 different countries all around the world just to kind of help people that needed help and find stories of men and women of God who are doing great things. And we got back about 2 years ago, sat down with all of these stories and decided, hey, we gotta put this together. We gotta make this a documentary. So wrote it, rewrote it, and finally came up with something that we're proud of. And now here we are.
So the AC Project premieres here this Sunday at 2:30. Wish you good luck in the Newport Beach Film Festival.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. We wish the AC Project good luck in the Newport Beach Film Festival.
Hundreds of cars rolled into the circle last weekend for a great cause. Evan Arani has the story.
The Orange County Rotary Club revved their engines again for the 21st annual Orange Plaza Car Show. On Sunday, over 400 different cars were on display, all made before 1975.
Everyone loves to come to Old Town, and on this particular day, the streets are given to Orange Plaza Rotary Club to put on our annual car show.
Orange County resident Gene LeMasters has entered his car in shows and parades and has his own unique way of showing it off.
Kids don't have much fun at a parade, believe it or not. So they see the Pink Panther coming, well, they start to wake up. It's a 1956 Fire Dome DeSoto, and I've been here the last 2 years, and I haven't seen one DeSoto in 400 cars, so I thought I'd fix that.
The Orange County Rotary Club is expecting over 15,000 people in attendance today, and it's proven to be an event for all ages.
They're really colorful, and they have a lot of flame designs and different engines, stuff like that.
This is our major fundraiser of the year, and all the money is really reinvested mostly in the city of Orange. We're very active in youth organizations. We sponsor a service club, Interact, at El Medina High School. We've given thousands of books to local schools in the city of Orange. We built a playground for the YMCA, so all of that is funded by the Orange Plaza Car Show.
With every car telling its own story, there was no shortage of fun this weekend. From Orange, Evan Arani, Chapman News.
The Orange Rotary Club is having a Fiesta fundraiser tonight at 6 p.m. at the Moreno's Restaurant in Orange. The money raised will continue to benefit youth programs in Orange County.
On Wednesday, 7 billion people celebrated Earth Day. Reporter Alexa Thompson shares how local children did their part.
Pretend City Children's Museum in Irvine hosted their annual Earth Day celebration. Children learned the impacts of pollution on the environment and the outcomes of wasteful actions.
Well, we're teaching her all about recycling. She knows everything about separating trash.
They even made learning fun by using recycled materials for art projects.
That's a lot of fun.
Kids made replicas of planet Earth from soil and rock, an inspiration to go green. With California reaching critical conditions in the severe drought, it is more important than ever to educate your children on environmental awareness.
As far as earth-wise, they can actually farm so the children can understand the basic concept of farming, such as how important light is and water and so forth.
Parents feel it's important for kids to understand the mark they make in preserving Earth.
And I want to leave her a nicer, cleaner planet, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it better and at least make her aware and try to take care of it.
Another reminder to reduce, reuse, recycle. Reporting from Irvine, Alexa Thompson, Chapman News.
Thanks, Alexa. You stay classy, Planet Earth.
Honestly, Dan, I thought that the summer weather was here, but it's been a really gloomy week.
You know, after all this sun this week, I was really thinking you and I can go to the beach this fantastic Friday, but you know, it's a little gloomy outside.
Dan, I will follow you wherever you go. Sayla, will we be able to go to the beach this weekend?
I hate to break it to you guys, but it looks like that gloominess might stick around for the rest of today. Right now it's 66, sprinkles a little bit. Those might continue for the rest of the day. Speaking of weather that we don't see in Southern California, we only get about 9 or 10 of these a year. a tornado touchdown in Riverside County on Tuesday. You know, no major damage was reported, but it made for some pretty cool pictures. Let's take a look. Let's come back to Orange County. Take a look at the temperatures coming around here. Pretty uniform. Won't be able to escape any of these cooler temperatures. 68 Westminster, 63 Laguna, 65 Mission Viejo. Let's expand out a little bit into Southern California, where there's not really a whole lot of change. Santa Barbara up there is 65, 68 down in Anaheim, 64 down in San Diego, 49 in Big Bear, 79 in Palm Springs. Those take the cake on our most ones at Coachella last weekend, which were in the 90s. Mid-70s for Friday and Saturday, 81 on Sunday, but plenty of sunshine, so make sure that you guys pack plenty of sunscreen and drink a lot of water because you guys are still going to be in the desert. Let's take a look at our 5-day outlook here in Orange. There's going to be a chance of rain Friday and Saturday, high 60s, low 70s. Sunday gets a little bit better, mid 70s, mostly sunny. And then Monday and Tuesday, that's going to be where those beach weather that you guys have all been craving. 82 and plenty of sunshine. Newport Beach Film Festival kicked off last night. So if you're heading out there this weekend, there's going to be temperatures in the mid 60s, Sunday in the low 70s. So make sure that you guys pack a sweater when you guys are watching those amazing films. That's all for me in the Weather Center. I'm going to pass it over to Maritza Viella with sports.
Coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show, women's lacrosse looks to move up in the SCIAC standings with a win against the Poets. Plus, the Anaheim Ducks go for the sweep against the Winnipeg Jets. We got all the highlights next on the Best Campus Sports Show.
Odds of becoming an astronaut, 1 in 13,200,000. Odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 576,000. Odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. Odds of bowling a perfect game, 1 in 11,500. Odds of being trapped in an elevator, 1 in 24,528. Odds of catching a ball at a major league game, 1 in 563. Odds of an injury from shaving, 1 in 6,585. Odds of tripping while texting, 1 in 10. Odds of getting cancer in your lifetime, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women.
It's up to us.
To change the odds for our generation.
For the ones we love. For our future.
If you don't like the odds, stand up. Stand up to cancer.
Emergencies and disasters happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Chapman News. I'm Maritza Viella and this is the Best Campus Sports Show. We'll start at Wilson Field where the women's lacrosse team hosted Whittier College this past Wednesday in the SCIAC quarterfinals. Let's go to the highlights. The visiting Poets came into this game winless in SCIAC play. In the first half, the Poet Rebecca Deladera finds the back of the net to give Whittier an early lead. Then just a couple possessions later, Taylor Poole cuts across the middle and scores. Poets up 2-0. Whittier would eventually take a 5-4 lead going into halftime, but then Chapman would fight its way back thanks to Michelle Mendoza right here. She hits the bottom left part of the net, and then later she would score her second goal of the game to give the Panthers the lead. Chapman went on to win 9-8. The Panthers will be traveling on to the next Occidental this Saturday in the SCIAC semifinals. The Anaheim Ducks were in Winnipeg on Wednesday facing the Jets in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. With a win, the Ducks would advance and the Jets would be knocked out of the postseason. Let's roll the highlights. In the third period, Thomas Fleischmann races up the ice, puts a puck in front, and Ryan Kessler tips it in. 3-1 Ducks. Winnipeg answers back quickly. Jets win face-off draw. Mark Stewart with a hard slap shot to the net, and it makes it through for the goal. The score is 3-2 Ducks with 9 minutes remaining. Jacob Silverberg races up the ice, passes to Kessler for the Whistler goal, his second of the game. The Ducks went on to win 5-2 and will go on to play the winner of Calgary Flames and Vancouver Canucks series. Mike Scioscia announced that Angels outfielder Josh Hamilton is set to begin a rehab assignment in Arizona in the coming days. That is, a baseball rehab assignment. The lefty slugger will begin playing in an extended spring training league as he recovers from his right shoulder injury. Following Hamilton's run-in with MLB's drug policy this offseason for relapsing on cocaine, there has been tension between him and Angels owner Artie Moreno, who states Hamilton's contract gives the team an out option should he suffer a relapse. The Angels have pulled all Hamilton's merchandise from the shelves at Angel Stadium, and many wonder if Hamilton himself may be pulled from the organization altogether. And after some contract disputes, the fight between two of boxing's best is set for May 2nd at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Tickets for the long-awaited Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao title fight finally went on sale yesterday and quickly sold out as only 500 were available to the public. The price? A little steep, anywhere from $1,500 to $10,000. But don't worry, if you couldn't score seats, you still have a fighting chance to buy tickets for the weigh-in on. Well, that's all I have for the Best Campus Sports Show. Thank you so much for joining me in Chapman News. We'll be right back.
Stand up for what's right. Chapman University. Passion, perseverance, teamwork, integrity. Create value in the world. The School of Law at Chapman University. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Chemistry, physics, computational science, biology. Start doing research in your first year. Soar to new heights. The Schmidt College of Science at Chapman University. Explore.
Welcome back. This weekend was the 16th annual Star Wars celebration. The event began in 1999 in Denver, Colorado, initially to celebrate the release of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. Our own Jedi apprentice Tara Stute has the story.
Fans of all ages met at the Anaheim Convention Center to meet other fans, get autographs from the Star Wars cast members, see real props from the movies, and meet the original costume designers for the films.
The armor is all foam, same material as their armor, and of course using the internet, Googling information on how to do the cloth, put it all together. The belt's actually made out of leather.
Each year brings more and more excitement, especially for people like Kevin, who's been a fan since he was a child.
They released the 3-box set, the VHS box set, and it had a stormtrooper on the cover, and I would remember drawing that all day.
Characterization is a full-time job for some Star Wars fans, and these conventions are where they can show their stuff.
I'm here as Darth Talon. It's a character from a comic book called Legacy. It was designed by a woman named Jan. And I come out and I costume this event. Sometimes I do Dragon Con. I love to get costumes together and come out, take pictures, have some fun.
This weekend was the last stop for the celebration before it ends in London, England in mid-July.
Star Wars Episode 7 hits theaters this Christmas, The Force Awakens. I know I'm going to see it. I'm so excited. Reporting from the Anaheim Convention Center, this is Tara Stute with Chapman News.
Star Wars wasn't the only attraction in town this weekend. I heard we actually had a guest on campus. Can you believe that, Dan?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's check in with Mitch Eby for more.
Thanks, Renee. That is right. YouTube superstar Keena Grannis charmed Chapman University on Friday night. She surprised guests by playing a duet with her husband. Hashtag power couple, right? Keena also performed her smash hit original song Valentine, which has over 18 million views on YouTube. After the show, we caught up with Keena, who has some advice for aspiring musicians.
Play and write as much as humanly possible because you have so much growing to do and finding your voice and all that. So play all the time. Do what is genuine to you and not what you think other people want to hear. And then the third thing would just be put your music everywhere.
Keena told us that she has a handful of new music videos in the works and that she hopes to be going on tour soon. Make sure to check her out at youtube.com/Keena Grannis. And get ready to break out your wallets because as summer approaches, theme park prices are on the rise. Just this week, Knott's Berry Farm upped its prices a whopping $2 to now $67 for adult tickets. And earlier this year, the Happiest Place on Earth bumped up their price to $99. It's a 100% increase for Disney tickets over the past decade. But before you theme park junkies get too upset, park officials state that the increase in dollars means an increase in fun, as they add and update your favorite rides and attractions. And the Dachshund Dash returns to Santa Anita Park this weekend. You can watch on Saturday as the Wiener Dogs shuffle on down to the finish line in a race to see who's the hottest of the dogs. Grab some grub from the food trucks, enjoy some live music, and put your money where your mouth is by betting on your favorite Wiener race winner. Parking and infield admission is free, and festivities kick off, or should I say bark off, at 12:30. That's all for entertainment this week. Back to you guys.
Log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsies bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram at Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News.
And that's just some of the stories people are talking about this week. For Chapman News, I'm Renee Willis.
I'm Dan Steele. See you at the same place, same time, knuckleheads.
Boom.